This VAWatchdog.org news video is brought to you by Bergman & Moore, LLC. Former VA attorneys now fighting VA for you. Call Bergman & Moore at 877-838-2889 or on the web at vetlawyers.com.
KBR, the controversial military contractor that's raked in more than $28 billion since the beginning of the war in Iraq, may be facing yet another scandal. First, accusations its then parent company, Halliburton, was given the lucrative contract. Then, overbilling. And later, allegations of shoddy construction oversight that resulted in Americans getting electrocuted. Now, some other American soldiers say the company knowingly put their lives at risk. Chief Investigative Correspondent Armin Katayan has this exclusive report.
In April 2003, James Gentry of the Indiana National Guard arrived in southern Iraq to take command of more than 600 other guardsmen. Their job, protect KBR contractors working at a local water plant.
We didn't question what we were doing. We just knew we had to provide a security service for the KBR.
Today, Gentry is dying from a rare form of lung cancer. The result, he believes, of months of inhaling hexavalent chromium, an orange dust, part of a toxic chemical found all over the plant. At least one other Indiana guardsman has already died from lung cancer, and others are said to be suffering from tumors and rashes consistent with exposure to the deadly toxin.
I'm a non-smoker. I believe that I received this cancer from the plant in Iraq, southern oil fields in Iraq.
Now CBS News has obtained information that indicates KBR knew about the danger months before the soldiers were ever informed. These depositions from KBR employees detailed concerns about the toxin in one part of the plant as early as May of 2003. And these minutes from a later KBR meeting state that 60% of the people now exhibit symptoms of exposure, including bloody noses and rashes. But Gentry says it wasn't until the last day of August 2003, after 4 long months at the facility, that he was told the plant was contaminated.
We would have never been there if we would have known.
A new internal Army investigation obtained exclusively by CBS News says the Army's medical response was prompt and effective. But even after a briefing today, Indiana Senator Evan Bayh says that KBR has a lot to answer for.
Look, I think the burden of proof at this point is on the company to come forward and very forthrightly explain what happened, why we should trust them, and why the health and well-being of our soldiers should continue to be in their hands.
In a statement, the company told CBS News, "We deny the assertion that KBR harmed troops and was responsible for an unsafe condition." The company says it notified the Army as soon as it identified the toxin. Still, some Indiana guardsmen say they only just learned of the risk.
Well, I didn't know I was exposed to a deadly carcinogen until 5 years later.
This is far from the first time the multi-billion-dollar contractor has been accused of questionable conduct in Iraq. KBR has been convicted of taking kickbacks, and it's alleged the company provided contaminated water to troops and sent workers to Iraq against their will. The company denies all charges.
And it's going to cost American lives, I'm afraid. I love my men so much.
But Gentry says there's not much he can do but urge each and every one of his men to get tested for the cancer he fears is taking his life. Armin Katayan, CBS News, Washington.
VAWatchdog.org, the nation's #1 independent veterans website. On the web at VAWatchdog.org.